So, you want to know about GMO? You're not alone. So, let's explore them. What is GMO? GMO is genetically modified organism. It is either food or animals. It may have other substances, but normally it's food and animals. Why do we have GMO? This is because of the increasing population. It causes the demand of food to increase.
I'm going to talk about the benefits of genetically modified animals. Genetically modified animals prevent disease and manufacture more vitamins and life-saving vaccines. Furthermore, genetically modified animals have improved food production ability, which meet the global demand for lower cost and higher quality food sources. Since the world population is increasing day by day, genetically modified animals help in meeting the demand of food. They also consume less resource and produce less waste, which aids in improving human health and environment. Besides that, by modifying an animal genetically, the production of eggs, milk, and meat is increased. High-value industrial products are produced for defense and medical applications like vaccines, and well-being of animals and their health is improved by genetic modification because the food that they feed the genetically modified animals and their environment cleanliness is taken a good care.
Hi, my name is Aisha. I will talk about these advantages of GMO. Firstly, the GMO can be lethal to some organism or insects, for example butterflies. These butterflies is not dangerous to the plant at first, but because of the new gene, it can be lethal to the butterflies or some other insects that fly from plants to plants. The second one is that some people think that organic food or natural food tastes better than the GMO products. Maybe because they have this mindset that the production of a GMO can involve the bacterial gene or viral gene and some other things that we don't even know. So they prefer the natural products, and they claim that the natural products taste better than the GMO products. And some other researchers claim that these GMO products can cause some disease or illness to others. For example, a disease that related to kidney. They have done a research that some animals that feed on the GMO products cause an organ failure for just after 3 months consuming that products. And of course, there is we cannot claim that there is a toxin in there, but there is of course a sign of toxin, and it is not healthy for our body. And the fourth one is that the GMO affects the environment. For example, the soil quality, soil organism, and also the ecosystem. So, for example, this insecticidal Bt maize protein can cause change in our pH soil, so that the quality will change. Other than that, the soil organism can also be affected because of this protein can be lethal to them, and of course this is not healthy for our ecosystem. One of the disadvantages of this GMO is that the manufacturers company of the GMO products can be greedy about their production, and it is not a healthy competition between a company that produce a natural or organic goods and the company that produce the GMO products. Okay, so now we will talk about the development of GMO step by step. Firstly, you have to do the isolation of a gene of interest. You have to know your target gene of interest. You have to know your target And if, for example, if you want a plant that can resist insects, so you have to research for the particular trait, and for that you have to have a knowledge about their structure, function, and location of the gene at the chromosome. Okay, now, okay, here they use the restriction enzyme endonuclease to cleave the DNA strand at the specific point. Secondly, when you already obtain the gene of interest, now you have to get a transfer tool and transfer the plasmid. Usually they use soil bacterium into the plant cells. For this, they use recombinant technique, and then the transgene is then inserted. The next step is plant transformation. Now they mix the new plasmid and the plant cells. After they mix the plasmid with the plant cell, now they have to choose which cells perform better. For example, they will do an experiment to see whether the cells can resist insects or resist antibiotics. After choosing the best plant recombination, now they will transform the plant cell into a whole plant via tissue culture. After that, they will expand the plant into a media containing nutrients, and after the root is appeared, they will transfer under certain conditions. After a few times, they have to make sure that this gene is function well and the way that they want. By that, they use the greenhouse or springhouse to determine whether the GMO does not have any unwanted characteristic. So if the GMO pass all the tests, so now they can be commercialized. Safety assessment will be done at the lab, for example, food labs and environment labs. That's all for the steps. I hope you get some information from it. Thank you.
Let us discuss a few things about GMO foods. Is GMO foods safe? As we know, the DNA sequence of organisms that are genetically modified are different from the original one. Therefore, they are no longer the same organisms. However, the scientists has ensured that the foods are safe. But the researchers also discovered that there are people who are allergic to these foods. So, to the people who want to eat GMO food, they better check the ingredients first. And how do we recognize GMO foods? In markets, most of the packages of GMO foods are labeled. What is the examples of GMO foods? One of it is pesticide-resistant red plants, insecticide sweet corn, golden rice, and long-lasting tomatoes. Some people ask, can animals be genetically modified? The answer is yes, but the survival rate will decrease since the cell will no longer function in the same way as before.
In conclusion, genetically modified animals are beneficial to mankind in order to support the growing demand of the world population.
Bye.